Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin and this is a Real Food Romance. Today's recipe video is for fajitas tacos. Woo! And they are so freaking good. Oh my gosh. All I'm saying is that Chris grew up in a Hispanic household and even he said these were the best tacos he's ever had in his life. So I'm very excited to share this recipe with you all. You will need a crock pot for this. They are slow cooker style. But before I share this recipe with you guys, I wanted to talk a little bit about the main ingredient of this recipe, and that is the meat. In order for this to be truly healthy and nourishing, it is very important to buy organic, grass-fed, and as local as possible meat. This is something that I am extremely passionate about, is buying the highest quality, supporting good farmers who are doing honorable work. If you know me in real life, you know that one thing I will never ever budge on is eating unorganic meat. I will budge on eating unorganic produce sometimes, but never meat. So I just wanted to explain a little bit about commercially raised meat versus grass-fed and organic meat. So number one, commercially grown meat is extremely toxic. It is probably the most toxic things that Americans are putting into their body. They are fed toxic grains like GMO corn and GMO soy, which is unfit for their consumption. And it's also unfit for our consumption, and when we eat the animal, we also eat what they eat. It's very unnatural for them, so it stresses their body out a lot trying to digest all of these crazy toxic moldy grains. Versus grass-fed and grass-finished means that they ate grass their whole entire life. And that's their natural diet, that's what they are designed to eat, and that's what makes them happy and healthy. Commercially raised meat is also given a lot of antibiotics and steroids and other pharmaceutical drugs. They are given these because they live in very unsanitary living conditions. They are in cages close to each other. They have no personal space. They're usually standing in their own urine or feces. Versus grass-fed and organic, they are pasture raised, so they are outside their whole entire life. They see the sunlight, they get exercise, and they are not given any antibiotics or steroids or any drugs. Commercially raised meat are also given hormones. They're given hormones for a couple different reasons. One, to make them bigger, to make them fatter, to make them produce more milk. These added hormones are bad for our systems, especially women's, because they mess with our natural hormone system. Versus grass-fed and organic, they are not given any hormones at all. What a lot of people don't know as well is that when animals are sold in auctions to various corporations buying the meat, they are sold by weight. So farmers and ranchers will sometimes intentionally put extra toxins and chemicals into their feed to make them bigger and fatter. Because just like humans, animals store toxins as fat. So this makes them fatter and they get more money for them. Just think about that, then it's very easy to understand why 40% of Americans are obese. And lastly, and this is something that a lot of people don't take into consideration, is you eat animals that are very unhealthy, very unhappy, sick, scared, fearful, then you will feel those things, because everything is energy, and if you eat food that has that energy in it, you intake that energy into your body. All those studies that you see with animal products being unhealthy and can cause all these crazy diseases, those things are true, but what a lot of people don't tell you is that those studies are never done on grass-fed and organic local farming. So there is a huge health difference between the two. And even more important, the animals are being treated humanely with organic and local farming. We may not be able to change these inhumane practices, but we can change whether that business is thriving or not by either giving them our money or giving them to a lot better sources like your local farmers who are farming with intention and care and love I know I always say this, but I think meat is a very bio-individual thing. It's something that you should not take for granted. I personally only eat meat when I feel like I need it for optimal health and nourishment. I never eat it out of pure gluttony or just pure joy. These are animals' lives, so you have to be very, very intentional with how you eat it and where you source it from. Well, I hope that inspires you to go out and find the best quality meat that you possibly can if you choose to eat meat, and that's what feels good to your body. So now that all of that's out of the way, let's get started, and I hope you enjoy.